practical and something that I actually learned about from my sister is that a sharp knife is a safe knife. If you know anything about me, I have a little streaming show on QVC Plus called Vanessa Can't Cook.
Ooh,
so
right.
I am not too great in the kitchen, but I'm learning. My sister's a chef, and that's what she says.
Yep.
A sharp knife is a safe knife. It's getting even safer when we're using this knife sharpener from Chefologist, because I love what you're doing there, Rick.
Yep.
It suctions to your countertop.
That's right.
So I've used those like steel things before, and you're flinging the blade all over that.
Think about how dangerous this is. First of all,
Right.
you got to get the angle just right, and then if you slip, you could cut yourself.
Right.
Well, we want to make it easy and safe. So what does that mean? Suction cup design. You just said if you have a smooth, clean countertop, it's going to be smooth and clean. You place this down, twist this dial. Whoops, excuse me. Twist this dial, okay? So now what does that mean? It doesn't move. So I can get my hand out of harm's way. 3 stages of sharpening, okay? Tungsten carbide grooves are going to break down the metal on the knife, re-edge the knife, okay? This is a 20-year-old knife from one of my restaurants and catering businesses. Then those diamond honing bars are going to start to polish up the edges. And then lastly, ceramic bars. Now, this knife's edge, I don't know if you could see it. See how it's shining?
Yeah.
That is razor sharp. Now, to show you how sharp it is, I'm going to cut a tomato here because tomatoes are notoriously difficult to cut. When you have a sharp knife, it literally, I mean, glides through. I'm not putting any pressure. Every single slice is perfect. So when you give this as a gift, it's giving brand new knives to somebody. So every knife's like brand new again.
And how much do knives cost?
Yeah,
I mean, when you think about
that.
how much knives cost, if you're like, okay, I can't do a knife set for them, but I know they need some better knives.
Absolutely.
Then you're getting this home instead, because when you look at our price, we're at $11 each. We're doing a pack-up of 3 that should be almost $60 for $32.98. They ship for free, and your easy pay is $6.60. This is your metallics. And then down at the bottom, we have the brights. We have far fewer of the brights to go around, and this is our only order of the year. Once they're gone, they are gone for good. We absolutely love these, Rick. More than 60,000 have been sold here at the Q since they debuted like a year ago. They've only been here for like a year.
Only a year. And you know what? All of our knife sharpeners combined, it's like 220,000. And that's because they're easy to use. So this is a typical sharpener, right? Most of the time, first of all, it's big and bulky. Second of all, you have to hold it. It doesn't stay still. So think about how dangerous it is you're trying to sharpen the knife. With our sharpener, it stays still. But what I want to show you is no matter how dull your knives are, this is what most people have in their drawer. I'm going to try to cut the sponge. Now, I don't know if you can see. I cannot get through.
I'm familiar with that motion.
This is a useless knife. But if you have Chefologist, go to it. Tungsten carbide grooves. I'm going to pull this through. I'm actually taking metal off the edge, okay? Then I'm going to go to those diamond honing bars. That's going to start to really put that edge back on the knife. I can actually feel it putting that edge back. And then the ceramic honing bars. Now watch this. I'm going to go back to the sponge, okay? Remember, before I couldn't even get through the sponge. Now check this out. You want to talk about sharp? Not only is it sharp, it cuts a thin slice of that sponge. So this went from a useless knife to a brand new sharp knife ready to use again.
In a matter of seconds. It's suction to your countertop. So you don't have to worry about it sliding around.
Right.
All you do is just pull it up. It's so small, it'll fit into your kitchen drawer. So you put it in your knife drawer, and there's nothing to worry about. And serrated knives?
Serrated knives. And this is the important thing. One-handed operation. You want to pull in one direction. The beauty of this is there's an arrow that tells you to only pull in this direction. You don't want to saw back and forth. You just simply drag it through each stage. And again, you can see the edge of this knife. You see how shiny that is? That is like a razor sharp brand new edge. Now you always want to wash your knives after you sharpen them because you are literally taking metal off the knife. But it doesn't matter if it's a big knife or a small knife. If you have somebody that likes to hunt, this is such a compact sharpener that can fit right in a tackle box. Now you can do those small knives. So it doesn't matter, big, small, serrated, straight edge. As long as it's a steel blade, a few passes through each stage, and you have a brand new edge. Now you want to see how sharp this is. Check this out. We're just going to slice a grape here. I want to show you something here.
Now you're showing off.
We're just going to slice. Now watch this. Oh, goodness gracious. Can you say thin slice? I mean, you can see through that. That is how every knife can be sharp as the day it was new when you have a
First of all,
Chefologist.
the fact that you can cut a grape, which we need to have you come on and teach me some knife skills. Vanessa can't cook. But when you think about a knife that small, how are you sharpening it?
Yeah.
You're not sharpening it with the big steel. You're not sharpening it with the big knife sharpener. You're doing it with this, and instead of spending almost $60, we're doing 3 for $32.98. When you look at our price, they're at like $11 each. Our price is almost 50% lower than what you should be spending. We've got 5 easy pays and free shipping. These are your metallics. Everyone gets 3, which, by the way, the gift boxes have a bow, so you don't even need to bow and go. You just go and you give them. It's just go. And then here are your metallics, which are far more limited, and we are not getting any more in for the rest of the year. So gift giving season, it's the time to get them home while we still have them, and it's just a better way to do it.
It is.
You're suctioning it, it's easy to use, and you know they're getting sharp.
Yeah, and you're not putting your hand near the blade, so it doesn't matter what kind of blade it is. It could be a cleaver, it could be a groove tech knife, it can be a coated knife as long as it's a steel blade. And again, one motion, no hands near the blades. Simply drag it, lift it, drag it, lifts it. So each stage is doing something different. First of all, those tungsten carbide grooves are breaking down, taking metal off the knife. Then those diamond honing bars are starting to put the new edge back on the knife. Then ceramic honing bars are going to actually polish the edge. So this knife, I'll come over here, we're going to cut a zucchini. You just said it, a sharp knife is a safe knife, right? Well, now the knife glides through the food. I'm not using pressure, I'm just letting the knife do the work for me. That is how every single knife can be in your kitchen.
And when we think about, too, this time of the year, a lot of us, well, not me in particular, but a lot of us are cooking big meals for our families. A lot of us are getting out some of those recipes, and you're going to be doing a lot of chopping, a lot of cutting, a lot of slicing and dicing. You want a safe knife, you want a sharp knife, and you want to be able to do it safely as well. It's all here with Chefologist. I see that pineapple in the corner, and I'm thinking, if you don't have great knives, how are you going to cut a pineapple?
Exactly. This is a cleaver. I mean, this is a big, heavy knife. So it's anything. That's what I love about it. People are like, look how compact it is. But I took metal off this cleaver. But then a minute ago, I did that small pocket knife. So serrated, straight edge, coated knives. As long as it's steel, it will be like brand new again.
And here's the thing. We're doing them for about $11 each. You should be spending almost $60. We're at $32.98. These are your metallics. And then down below, we have your brights, and you get the gift boxes as well for under $7 on Easy Pay. They ship for free.
It's so compact.
I gotta learn how to cut a grape. That's next. Good to see you,
Thanks,
Rick.
Vanessa. Have a great night.
Coming up towards the end of our show,